Before we get into this video, I have a couple of announcements to make. The first thing is going to be quite a few changes within our live duels. As you guys can see, we moved it up from 25 minutes to 30 minutes. This was basically to fix the issue of things just looking a little too fast for you guys' eyes to grasp, or at least my eyes to grasp, especially in production. Another thing is that we actually included a life point counter. This is probably one of the most tedious things ever to include inside of a live duel video. The last thing I want to talk about is, of course, the highlighted cards. We removed that big bulky block of text. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section, what we could do to continuously improve on this live duel, or what are your opinions on our changes. Before we get into like all the other great stuff about the CaliEffect channel, let's talk about these two decks, Nekroz versus Metaphys. Now, this was a very, very complicated matchup, and we had to change some things up in the Nekroz main board because Nekroz is built to beat the meta decks, and so is Metaphys. But the difference between Nekroz and Metaphys is that Nekroz is heavily predicated on your opponent playing cards in their extra deck, making cards like, I don't know, Unicorn, Colossus, completely useless in this matchup. I think that Metaphys definitely has an advantage, and we played a lot more games than just what you guys are seeing. And Metaphys opening macro and DeFi tend to happen quite a bit, which put Nekroz at a huge disadvantage. None to say we don't know what's going to happen in this very specific game. It's going to be really exciting to see, and I hope you guys enjoy. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Also want to take this time out to give a special shout out to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. Also, a mad shout out to our newest Patreon, Can I Smoke It? Or should I just say TJ? He was like, man, look, I like your channel. I'm gonna put $1 in there, even though I like coming here and recording everything. And I was like, cool. Without further ado, I present to you a live match between Nekroz and Metaphys. This match is going to be awesome. Good evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of TheCaliEffect, King of Games. And today, we're going to be watching an epic matchup between, you already know what's happening, Nekroz versus Metaphys. I'm going to start off by highlighting our Incantation Talismandra. What this does is I can reveal one ritual monster from my hand to special summon itself to my side of the field, then special summon incantation monster to my side of the field as well. That's also going to allow me to highlight Incantation Candle, and when that monster is special summoned from the deck to my side of the field, I can add one ritual spell card from my deck to my hand. These cards work in really good combination with each other. They help the deck so much, and if you guys want to see a Nekroz deck profile, then go ahead and click on that annotation. That'll take you right to the Nekroz deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna go ahead and follow up by summoning Nekroz a Unicorn, and then using Nekroz Brio to search a possible Nekroz Valkyrius. Or no, actually, I'm not even gonna search the Valkyrius. I'm gonna search Nekroz of Strategist. Or no, that's not it. So the card's name is Great Sorcerers the Nekroz, the very last edit I'm going to be making into this. No more edits in the commentary, we just too strong like that. So I have a Metaphys, or I'm sorry, I have a Nekroz of Valkyrius on my side of the field, and I'm looking at the Unicorn pretty suspicious-like because, as we have stated in this matchup, negating his card special from the extra deck doesn't really seem too powerful. So I'm going to tribute off the Nekroz and the Talismandra to draw 2 additional cards, and TJ is going to follow up with a Pot of Desires, banishing 10 cards to be met by Ash Blossom in Joyous Spring. That is very nasty. He's going to go ahead and summon Metaphys Ragnarok, banishing 3 cards from his deck. Let's go ahead and highlight Metaphys Ragnarok while we're at it. When it's normal summon or special summon, he can banish 3 cards from his deck. If he banished any Metaphys monsters, then this monster gains 300 attack for each Metaphys monster banished. That makes this monster a whopping total of 2,400 if it banishes all 3 Metaphys cards. Then if it inflicts damage to the opponent, it allows him to special summon a Metaphys monster from his deck to his side of the field. Now, he wasn't able to initially get any Metaphys monsters off the Ragnarok, but he did hit a Necrophase. And Necrophase forces us to banish 5 cards from both of our decks, which is going to power up his Metaphys plays. He's going to go ahead and use the effects of the Metaphys monsters in his banish zone, and he has 2 Metaphys Tyrant Dragons. Oh my god, I'm going to see some problems here. The first Tyrant Dragon is special summon the Deathless to his side of the field. The Decoy Dragon is special summon itself. The second Tyrant Dragon is special summon the Horus to his side of the field. And then the last Horus to add a Metaphys Ragnarok from his deck to his hand. Now, Metaphys Deathless is going to actually activate its effect since it was special summoned to destroy or to banish all special summon monsters on the field, meaning everything except for his Ragnarok and his Deathless would leave the field. I'm going to Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit his Metaphys Deathless, and he's going to chain Dimensional Ground. Oh my god, different Dimension Ground. We're just gonna banish his Metaphys Ragnarok so he can gain its effects again. And not only that, it's my turn. So any monster sent to my graveyard will be banished instead. He has a one-side walking Macrocosmos on the board. I'm in not a great position. I've already used a lot of resources to get my board, or to get my hand how it was, and to get the cards into what I need. Now he has 3 banished Metaphys monsters again. A Metaphys Ragnarok that if I don't deal with, if it inflicts damage, it's going to be some problems. And of course, he's going to get a search, a summon, and another banish. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Nekroz Kaleidoscope to banish Brio, and of course the Kaleidoscope itself to add another Kaleidoscope from my deck to my hand, trying to figure out how I can get into this game. Next, I'm going to go ahead and possibly activate the Kaleidoscope and make a board with it, or probably not, just sit there trying to debate on what I can do. Keep in mind, again, all of my monsters are still banished instead of being sent to the graveyard, so it's going to be a really hard predicament that I'm in, not being able to summon monsters that I need to my side of the field, in risking losing more damage to the Metaphys Ragnarok. I need to put monsters on the board because that Metaphys Ragnarok will be too strong. I'm going to go ahead and summon Talismandra by revealing Nekroz and Gungnir, and that's going to summon that other card, Kandal. I forgot their name. Incantation Kandal. My apologies. And then that's going to go ahead and add Nekroz Cycle from my deck to my hand. With Cycle in my hand, I'm going to have pretty good options. I can actually ritual summon monsters from my graveyard. So essentially acts as a monster reborn. No, I'm not going to get Cycle. I'm going to go ahead and get Mirror. But Cycle would have been allowed me to summon monsters like Nekroz a Unicorn, maybe the Volk. Actually, the Volk was banished, so not the Volk. Maybe Nekroz a Unicorn back from my graveyard to my side of the field, and I don't know, it's a 2300 attack monster. I could use it to get over the Ragnarok. This is that time where I wish I had Zaborg, the Thunder Monarch, or the Mega Monarch, but unfortunately, he could contribute to Brick, so it's like, not really 100% sure how it works. Or not, actually, I do know how it works, I just, you know, it could be a brick at times. I'm going to go ahead and use the Cycle that I already had in my hand to tribute the Kandal to summon Unicorn from my graveyard to my side of the field. And then I'm going to go ahead and use, oh my gosh, I'm going to use Kaleidoscope, sending Mega Fleet to the graveyard to spell summon Gungnir and Colossus. That's going to give me a pretty big board and inflicting some serious damage to TJ, bringing him effectively down to 4,700. Wow. I'm going to decide to put the Colossus in defense instead of attack, because if he does follow up with the second Ragnarok to attack into my Colossus, I could be in trouble, you know, seeing that he'll inflict damage and be able to special summon another Metaphys. So on his standby phase, he's going to be able to get his Deathless, his Decoy, and his Horus effects, or I'm sorry, and his Nephthys effects, being able to special summon, being able to banish, and then being able to search another card from his deck to his hand. He's going to go ahead and add Metaphys Tyrant, and now I am back in it, or he is back in it for another ball game. He's going to go ahead and summon Metaphys Ragnarok, banishing a Deathless, as Metaphys, and a Tyrant, making his Metaphys 2,400 attack, strong enough to actually attack over Valkyrius, inflict some damage, and summon another Deathless to his side of the field to banish my entire field. And literally, my entire field will be banished. He's actually going to use it to attack into the Talismandra. Huh. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to attack into the Unicorn, special summon the Deathless, banish all cards, and ruin my day. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Maybe a little bit of a misplay by TJ. Maybe he has some other intentions with his board. Maybe his face down card could change everything. But I definitely right now thinking attacking into the Unicorn, or maybe he's actually scared of the Nekroz Decisive Armor. That might be a thing. If he hits into that Decisive Armor, it could be game. Or it could be some huge damage, and he'll lose his Ragnarok. So maybe he's not wanting to risk to attacking in such a strong monster, because if I do have the Decisive Armor, he won't get anything out of this. So that actually might be smart in itself. So now he's going to resolve his Banish Monsters effects, and he's going to leave it back to me, I think. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do. I do have quite a board. I have Nekroz and Gungnir, which is a really good disruptor, especially in this matchup. Seeing that Unicorn and Colossus don't do anything, Gungnir stepped up to the plate to be the main monster. Trish is probably one of the worst monsters you want to use on TJ with Metaphys right now, mainly because if I banish any of his Metaphys cards, they're going to go ahead and get their effects. It's something I don't want to do. So I kind of refrained from even looking at Trishula in this matchup because it was just not good. I just didn't want to see it. I didn't want to have it. I didn't want to look at Trishula. So back to my turn, I'm going to normal summon Manju and then start declaring my attacks. We're going to go ahead and attack the Metaphys Ragnarok. Reading the decoy first. Like, do I have to attack the decoy first? Is it really like the old decoy dragon where I only can attack decoy and then decoy special summons a monster? No, it's not. I can actually attack the Ragnarok and feel good about myself. So we're going to attack the Ragnarok. Ragnarok's going to go to the graveyard. He's going to take 800 damage from what I know, putting him down to 4,600 damage, or 4,600 life points. And then we are going to not do anything else because I can't attack into the Tyrant Dragon and I don't want to attack into the decoy. I'm going to go ahead and activate Nekroz Mirror, banishing a Great Sorcerer from my graveyard and attributing the Manju to special summon the Valkyrius to my side of the field. Then Valkyrius to tribute the Colossus and the Unicorn to draw 2 additional cards. Now, normally in decks that use, or strategies that would use their extra deck, I probably would keep those on my side of the field, but not going to be very useful against this particular strategy. He has Metaphys Tyrant on the side of the field. He's going to special summon Decoy Dragon to his side of the field and use As Metaphys to possibly banish a card from his hand to draw a card. And every time he banishes a Metaphys card, let's go ahead and highlight As Metaphys right now. Every time he banishes a Metaphys card, my monsters lose 500 attack. And looking at that card, it's pretty permanent. So the longer that card stays on the field, the worse that our lives can be. He's going to use the Tyrant Dragon to attack into the Nekroz Gungnir. I'm going to go ahead and discard a card to destroy the Tyrant Dragon, effectively ending his battle phase. But now, he has 2 Metaphys Decoy Dragons to his side of the build. This is before reading was a thing, guys, just to let you guys know. Apparently, I could attack into the decoy, and he only can use 1 decoy effect once per turn. We're still trying to, I don't know, I mean, I thought I read the Metaphys cards correctly, but when you get in the game, you just don't really realize what's going on. He's going to go ahead and use the As Metaphys to banish a card, or we're talking about how As Metaphys works. One of my monsters, or my monsters are supposed to be switched to defense due to the effect of As Metaphys, but I'm very confident I can switch it back. Or maybe I just switch my monsters to defense because I don't want to attack into those decoys. I don't want to special summon a monster from his graveyard to a side of the field. I don't want to special summon a monster from his battle zone to a side of the field. That decoy dragon is really powerful at preventing me from doing things that I want to do. Now looking at what we can do next, looks like I'm going to destroy one with the Nekroz and Valkyrie. That's pretty good. I mean, I want to get over that card as fast as possible. It doesn't prevent destruction, it just prevents battle right now. And he's going to go ahead and banish. I'm not sure how he banished that card. How did he banish that card? Okay, no. He was adding it from his hand through Nephthys. I'm going to Ash Blossom and Joy Spring that. He's going to use As Metaphys to banish a Deathless to draw a card. And then all my monsters would lose 500 attack. I don't know why there should be like dice on top of it to show you guys that it's losing 500 attack. But just keep in mind, my monsters do lose 500 attack right there. Next, TJ is going to, well, what is he going to do? What's the next thing he can do? If he can summon a monster big enough to attack over monsters, all he needs is a monster stronger than 17. I'm not sure if As Metaphys can reduce the defense as well. I'm pretty sure it does. You guys seen the highlight. I don't necessarily remember off the top of my head. But a Ragnarok should put him in a pretty good position right now, being able to destroy my monsters. Unfortunately, he does still have to worry about the Gungnir. The ability that Gungnir has to keep destroying monsters on the side of the field. He's going to go ahead and follow up by banishing 5 cards from his extra deck to summon Eater of Millions to his side of the field. And Eater of Millions is at a pretty decent attack. He's going to use it to banish my Gungnir face down and then pass his turn. And I'm not looking at a really good position right now. He definitely does have a decent board. He has Metaphys cards to banish. He's going through his deck. It's not looking good at all. Back to my turn. I'm going to use Valkyrie's effect to tribute itself and tribute another card to draw 2 more cards. And it's, again, it's just not looking good at all right now. Not really looking great, CaliEffect. What can we do? I'm going to go ahead and scoop it up and give it right back to him. Going into game 2, there was no way I was going to win game 1. All 6 of my spell cards were either banished or in the graveyard, so there was no way to ritual summon anymore after that. Game 2 hopefully is going to be a little bit different. TJ is going to go first and then set 2 cards face down and pass his turn. I'm going to follow with a pre-preparation of rights, add Nekroz of Bryonic from my deck to my hand, and then discard Nekroz of Bryonic. I'm trying to get as many Nekroz cards into my graveyard as possible. Probably not one of the best ideas, but now that you think about it, when macro and DeFi are prevalent inside of TJ's Metaphys deck, then yes, we'll have problems. And if you guys want to see this Metaphys deck, because man, it is saucy, we actually do have a deck profile. Go ahead and hit on that annotation right there. That's going to take you right to the Metaphys deck profile. Really exciting deck, and is a meta destroyer. I'm going to go ahead and follow up with my Nekroz Mirror and banishing both my Nekroz Dance Princess and my Great Sorcerer, triggering my Dance Princess and my Great Sorcerer's effects. So that different dimension ground chained to it won't be that much of a problem, but he's going to follow with his Ascension, banishing his Metaphys deck list to banish another Metaphys card and draw cards from his deck. So that's pretty good. We actually got a pretty good trade after that. I got to add cards and search cards. He got to banish cards and search cards eventually. And I don't think I would like for him to gain advantage like that, but there's not much else I can do about it. The only thing I can do is keep pushing. I think I'm going to go ahead and attack for that 2,900 damage, effectively putting TJ to 5,100, and then pass my turn. Valkyrius is a very strong card. I wasn't able to use this effect to draw cards. He kind of did put a damper in that, but it was like, I think I'm going to be fine just with this 2,900. And it's still, even though he was able to different dimension ground me, he didn't necessarily stop me from making my plays. He's going to go ahead and special summon Cyber Dragon to his side of the field, and then normal summon his Metaphys and Ragnarok. Keep in mind, that Valkyrius is a pretty beefy guy at 2,900 attack. He's hard to get over. Ragnarok's not going to hit any Metaphys cards. Not feeling great for TJ. And he's going to be looking to go into his extra deck to get rid of the Valkyries. The one time that I wish I had Unicorn, I wish I had Colossus, I wish I had something to stop the extra deck card effects, and I don't. So he's going to use the Ragnarok plus the Cyber Dragon to special summon Cerberus to his side of the field, discarding a Horus to destroy my Valkyries, then inflicting 1,600 damage. Now, I want you guys not to pay attention to the life point counters on the bottom. That's another reason why we have life point counters on the top. Those are the official life point counters, while the other calculators is just to help us keep track of what's going on. Now, we did kind of mess up, and we had life points different than what they were, but again, we have life points up top. So he has Cerberus on the side of the field, and I'm going to be looking to capitalize on this weak board. During my standby phase, he's going to special summon Decoy, so he has Decoy and Cerberus. This might not be a very good position from him. It seems like he didn't draw too well. So I'm going to go ahead and banish my Mirror and another Nekroz card to search a Nekroz Ritual spell card from my deck to my hand. It's going to be Kaleidoscope, one of the more powerful cards inside of this deck, allowing me to summon monsters and moss from my hand to my side of the field, depending on what I send from my extra deck. TJ's looking at his Metaphys Decoy. He's like, you can't attack over this. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want to. You have too many cards in your graveyard, too many good things. I'm going to go ahead and pass my turn. TJ is going to go ahead and follow with Gold Sarcophagus, and it's not looking good with Nekroz right now. He already has a 2-card board, trying to capitalize on me just passing my turn. Almost absurd. He's going to Gold Sarcophagus into his Metaphys Nephthys, and then on his next standby phase, he'll be able to search a card due to the fact that Metaphys Nephthys being banished. He's going to inflict some damage, 1,900 to my life points again, effectively dropping me to 4,500. But unfortunately for TJ, he doesn't have the cards to finish me off either. He doesn't have the cards to make a big board. He doesn't have the sauce, man. He ain't got the juice. So back to me, I'm going to look at my hand and I'm like, oh man, you're going to give Nekroz a turn? Okay. He's going to use his Nephthys to add another Ragnarok, meaning that if I don't do anything right now, he's coming for my life points. So I'm going to go ahead and activate the effects of my Incantation Talismandra, revealing my Valkyries to special summon Kandal to add Mirror. Now things are going to get a little more serious, because now I have 2 ritual spell cards from my deck, or I have 2 ritual spell cards in my hand. Go ahead and put that Mirror in your hand, CaliEffect. You're not bad. You can do that. Mirror goes to hand, not graveyard. So how am I going to follow up? Yes, Nekroz Mirror, tributing the Kandal, and a Great Sorcerer to summon the Valkyries. Great Sorcerer's effect is going to activate. I know you want to resolve that effect to actually search a spellcaster from your deck to your hand. And with Great Sorcerer, I'm going to go ahead and search, that's right, Nekroz of Unicorn from my deck to my hand. So things are about to get really saucy. TJ's at 5,100 life points. Can I swing for more damage? Yes, Kaleidoscope to send Shooting Star Dragon from my deck to my graveyard to summon Gungnir and Unicorn. Now I'm going to tribute to draw a card. Or am I going to tribute to draw a card? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Actually, it looks like it's enough for game if Gungnir is able to activate its effect, which it is, to destroy the Decoy Dragon, and that is enough to win the game. We are going to game 3. Really excited that Nekroz were able to come back into this game, and it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen. Who's exchange? Who's going first? Who's not? Nekroz seems to want to go second in this particular matchup, so I'm really excited to see who's going to go first. I'm serious. I've played so many games, I don't remember which games are which. So TJ is going to opt for me to go first, and I'm going to summon Manju to get Kaleidoscope from my deck to my hand. And again, Nekroz can't really make a board that would like be really good against Metaphys because I can stop you from going into your extra deck. I'm going to summon the Candle this time around to special summon Incantation Talismandra from my deck to my side of the field. And then Talismandra is going to go ahead and add a monster or a ritual monster from my deck to my hand. And that ritual monster is probably going to be a Volk, a Unicorn, possibly even Gungnir, because Gungnir seems to be one of the more powerful cards against Metaphys inside of this matchup. Reason being is because it allows me to actually disrupt his boards, disrupt his macros, disrupt his DeFis, his Ragnaroks, anything that he wants to put to this board, I can disrupt. I'm going to go ahead and activate Nekroz Mirror, banishing the, the Candle, or not the Candle, the Manju is supposed to be tributed, and the Colossus is supposed to be banished to summon Gungnir to my side of the field. And then I'm going to discard Bryonic to add Volcrius from my deck to my hand. So it looks like I am preparing for some spicy plays. And then, am I going to follow up with a ritual summon? No, I'm just going to go ahead and pass my turn. Nekroz and Gungnir on the side of the field, 2 incantation monsters. That's pretty good. He's going to activate Pot of Desires, banishing 10 cards, and met with Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring again. What is going on here? The only hand traps that have been played in these 3 games so far is just Ash Blossom and Ghost Ogre. Ash Blossom has been reserved strictly for that Pot of Desires, but that just lets you know how powerful Metaphys are. They're almost unhand trappable. I had to take out the Drolling Lockbirds because, I mean, there's nothing that Drolling Lockbirds can really do against this deck. He's going to special summon Eater of Millions and attack to Gungnir, but I know how important Gungnir is. I'm going to go ahead and discard a Nekroz card to destroy the Eater of Millions, and then force him to pass his turn. Back to my turn, Nekroz and Gungnir on my side of the field. Pre-preparation, right? I apologize. Preparation of Rites is going to go ahead and add a Unicorn from my deck to my hand, and then add a Kaleidoscope. And right now, right here, I can't attack for game. I can inflict 7,700 damage. I was doing the math. It's like, fuck, I need 300 more damage, and I'm trying to figure out a way. I'm like, oh, Incantation monsters, make a Link summon, any Link monster, and then you realize that your Incantation monsters can't get off the field. Like, there's just no way. It's not happening. I don't have a normal summon, so it's like, And right now, TJ is going to resolve a lot of effects. He's going to go ahead and use his Metaphys Ascension to go ahead and banish card, or to discard a Metaphys Dimension to draw 2 cards and banish his Deathless. So, again, while I'm going to go ahead and use my Kaleidoscope's effect, I don't think I'm going to go full-fledged and inflict 7,700. If I'm going to be committing that many resources to the board, I want 8,000. Hands down. I don't really care about his back row. If his back row is something to worry about, I'll worry about that shit later. I want 8,000 right now. So I'm going to go ahead and send the Herald of Arclight from my graveyard, or from my extra deck to the graveyard, to summon a Unicorn. Then Arclight's going to go ahead and activate its effect. That's probably going to add either a Volk from my deck to my hand. I don't really see it adding anything else other than Volk right now. Actually, Gungnir might not be a bad idea. And it looks like we're remembering that Metaphys actually reduces my monster's attack. So I'm not really scared of that. It is what it is. If you guys wanted to know the type of calculators that we do use TI-89 calculators on both sides of the board. The other calculators is for me, for editing. So as you guys can see, there's like 3 ways to track life points. We have 2 calculators that are used for personal. We have the 2 red and blue calculators that you guys can see a little bit. That's actually used for me editing. And then we have the 2 calculators on the side that gives you guys a clear visual of what the life points are. Thought I'd just give you that little tidbit because this is a pretty long ass video. Normally we'd be wrapping it up right now, but I think it's really exciting to have these 30-minute videos. I think it's a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and add Decisive Armor from my deck to my hand, and that's actually going to give me some battle-ready resistance in case he summons his Ragnarok, and his Ragnarok just so happens to get bigger than my Nekroz and Gungnir. Then possibly my Decisive Armor might be the deciding factor, get it? That will allow me to keep my Gungnir alive. Right now we're playing Protect the Pirate Ship, or Protect the President, and Gungnir is the president right now. He's Obama. He's Obama right now. We need to protect him at all costs. So back into the game. I think I'm going to just inflict some damage, bring him down to 3,700 life points, and then pass my turn. MJ is going to go ahead and try to set up his Pot of Desires play. Is it going to get Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring? No, he's actually going to go ahead and be able to draw 2 cards, and this is actually one of the only decks where activating Pot of Desires twice isn't a bad thing. It's just not, because I mean, there's always ways for you to recur your resources. Eat Your Millions gets really big. I mean, it's not like the worst thing in the world. He's gonna go ahead and summon Ragnarok to banish 3 cards, and he's gonna get a pretty good banishment out of it. He's also gonna be able to use his abilities to attack into my Gungnir. His Ragnarok is stronger than my Gungnir right now. My Gungnir has lost 1,000 attack from this, and his Ragnarok is 19. I'm sorry, it's 2,100. So my Gungnir's 1,800. His Ragnarok's 2,100. He's gonna activate another Metaphys, and then a Dimensional Fissure. So I'm like, what is going on, boy? Who is that boy? Like, come on now, you gotta chill out with that. He's gonna go ahead and declare an attack on my Gungnir, and I am going to discard or banish the Decisive Armor to destroy his monster. We're reading how this works. Obviously, I was seeing if I can discard it to increase my Gungnir's attack to inflict damage, but no, I'm gonna have to discard it for Gungnir's effect to destroy his monster. And it's really good that these Nekroz cards say discard instead of like send from the hand to the graveyard, because if they say send from the hand to the graveyard, I'd be in a really big predicament. There was a couple of course, there's always misplays inside of a game. Like, I think now that I look at it, Kaleidoscope has to send to the graveyard, now that I mention that, which means I wouldn't have been able to activate it under DeFi. I'm not 100% sure how that works, especially since it's not a cost. No, actually it's not a cost, so I'm pretty sure I can. And Decoy Dragon can only use one of its effects once per turn, so we can't summon his Metaphys Decoy Dragon, and on top of that, use the effect to block if we got this right, but we didn't realize that until way later. I'm gonna go ahead and activate the effects of Nekroz Mirror, and I'm trying to make a board right now. I need to put some damage on this board. He has 3,700. Or I can just wait to deck him out. Either one of those are fine, but I gotta create a board. I can't just like sit there and idly wait for, you know, for a deck out to happen. And Valkyries is not only gonna give me resources, especially by getting rid of non-Nekroz monsters, it's also gonna allow me to potentially get more Nekroz cards from my deck to my hand to discard for Nekroz of Gungnir. So I can attack into his Decoy Dragon. That's going to trigger to summon his Horus, and his Horus is not that bad to deal with right now. It's not, but especially since my Vault can attack into it. I'm going to go ahead and attack into the Decoy. He's going to banish the Decoy, or Decoy is just going to get banished. And I'm not necessarily sure why he's not. Maybe he's just waiting for the second Decoy to be attacked, especially knowing that he's going to get it back with Dimensional Fissure, which is just like, that's a pain in the butt to like have a card that's just gonna keep on coming back no matter what. It's really annoying. So no, it looks like I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I have game right now. Do I have game right now? I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead. It looks like yes. I'm gonna attack into the Metaphys Decoy with my Nekroz Embryonic, and I'm gonna attack with the Gungnir. And it looks like he's not gonna bring anything out. Maybe because he only can use one. No, he is gonna bring. He's gonna bring the Metaphys monster. I'm gonna go ahead and attack into that. It's gonna get banished and inflict a little bit more damage, bringing him down to 3,200. So that might be in the danger zone that I need. I just need as much damage as possible to bring out these cards. And we're having a little bit of discussion over how the baby dragon works. He's only gonna get one this time around because now we've kind of fixed that mistake. And I think that probably I don't know, that right there wouldn't have been game, but it would have been enough for me to, you know, get something. He's gonna go ahead and banish, and then he's gonna normal summon Necroface. And I'm like, bruh, you have one card left in your deck. You had one card left in your deck. He just normal summoned Necroface. Let's highlight Necroface right now. When Necroface is normal summoned, all cards that are banished are returned to the deck, and this card gains 100 attack for each card. Right now, you guys are staring at a 4,200 attack Necroface. A normal summonable 4,200 attack Necroface. This is madness. This is just complete madness. This oh my god, I want to slam my head aside the wall, because now that monster is probably the biggest threat of all time. And there's more than one reason why that card is a threat. Not only is it 4,200 attack and threatening the existence of my life, I have to get rid of Necroface. And it has another effect. When it is banished, both players have to banish 5 cards from their deck. So this is a win-win situation for me. He's going to attack into the Volk. I'm going to go ahead and use Gungnir's effect to destroy the Necroface. DeFi is on the field, so we're going to have to banish 5 cards from our deck right off the top. Man. And fortunately for him, he's going to banish a Metaphys Horus. Great. And a Decoy Dragon. This is just great, right? This is exactly what these games are made of. Being able to banish cards and get effects. Like, he just had 2 effects pop off all in one turn. Necrophase just too strong. If you guys didn't like anything about this game, like that Necrophase play, because that card was a colossal monster, and I just had to get rid of it. Like, there's nothing else I could do. I'm pretty sure if he could have baited out the Gungnir first, he would have done so, and then just scraped me with a 4200 attack Necrophase. But more importantly, he actually got his entire main board back. And now he's not going to deck out. And his Pot of Desires really didn't mean anything. So, yeah, there's that thing. Oh, man. Now, looking at what I can do with my board, it looks like he's going to pass his turn. He has 2 Decoy Dragons on his side of the field. The 2 Decoy Toys. I'm going to go ahead and activate Pre-Preparation of Rites. And I need enough to inflict 3200 damage to his life points. My Nekroz of Gungnir is 0 attack. My Volk, or my Unicorn, is 300 attack. My Volk, 1900 attack. His Metaphys have done their job at reducing the attack of my monsters, because the longer they stay on the board, the more problems we have. And just like Chance said, you don't want 0 problems, big fella, and I don't want no problems with this card. I'm telling y'all, it just so happened to be a thing. I'm gonna go ahead and reveal the Preparation of Rites to add the Nekroz and Catastor, then get the Kaleidoscope. I'm trying to inflict damage right here, right now. I want to win the game. If I don't win the game, I have a strong feeling he's gonna win the game just by being able to break my board and dominate the rest of the game. That, and I've used quite a bit of my ritual spell cards. Yes, some were shuffled back, but it's not enough. It's never enough. So, looking into my graveyard, it looks like I'm gonna have to make a calculated risk. Gungnir, I'm gonna use Gungnir's effect to destroy one of the Decoy Boys. So go ahead and use the Gungnir effect, CaliEffect. I remember this part. We're gonna destroy one of them Decoy Boys. And then next, we're gonna tribute the Gungnir with Volk. Keep in mind, I discarded the Kaleidoscope, so I'm gonna need either a Colossus, I'm gonna need something to get my board back. I'm gonna need, oh, sweet, I drew another Colossus. This is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and banish the Chambara to summon the Catastor, and this is actually enough for game. I'm gonna attack into the Decoy Boy. Decoy Boy is gonna use this effect to summon Decoy Boy back to his side of the field in attack position. That's exactly how I needed. And then I'm gonna attack for game. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the CaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed that game. That was freaking awesome. And if you did, go ahead and give this video a like. If you didn't, let us know down below in the comment section what you didn't like or what we could improve. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day, like I am.